Hello and welcome back. Let's talk about natural keys in this video. So, as the name implies, natural keys are natural attributes of of records that has real-world implication. Or in other words, these are the uniquely identifiers that are provided to us that are natural. And the reason the word natural is used, and I'm going to explain it now, is because it's not something that we do. Now, for example, as a database administrator or a developer, or even like in the case of this example, and you can see the table that has all the students uh, list here. As the enroller of the students, you are supposed to create a student ID for each specific student, and that student ID is supposed to be unique for each student. So you have to create them. Either it's done through an automated process where a computer creates the code, the student ID, or or an enroller will have to create them manually. Either way, it's something that needs to be created for each element, object, or in this example, student, each time a record is populated. So, on the other hand, we have natural keys, and they're natural because we do not create them. They're just there by nature, if we can, for the lack of a better word. So, they're just real world phenomena, real world objects that we can just use, and they're just created by a secondary agency or by secondary institution, and it's just natural because it's provided to us. A good example of a natural identifier or natural primary key, however you want to call it, is a social security number. So in the US, um, each individual is assigned a social security number, and the social security number is unique for each person. Two people cannot share one social security number, just like two students cannot share one student ID, and so two students cannot share this same social security number. So both student ID and SSN numbers are uh, uh, key primary key identifiers, but SSN is a natural number, and a student ID is a uh, uh, what's the opposite of natural number? Created number. Sorry, SSN is a natural key. Student ID is a created key. As I just explained, it's something that needs to be created uh, by the person who creates the data, by the person who populates the data, or again, either through some, um, coding automation, in this case, student IDs has gone in the increments of 1 from 001 to 004, or through some basic manual process where an enroller sits down and assigns an ID for each student. Either way, both are primary key identifiers. Now let's talk about the advantage of natural keys. As I said, it's natural. You don't have to worry about it because it's not uh, it's not in our control, and it exists. It means we're provided with that source, with that natural number, with that natural key. However, about a disadvantage of natural keys, just like be, it being out of control is advantage, it could also be disadvantage because it's not in our control. So since it's not our control, that means uh, uh, a natural key can change. And so if it changes, then uh, as the database administrator, you will have to adjust that change. So while it may be easier to use a natural key as it already exists, the risk of having to change and adjust to that change is something that you really want to consider while using a natural key. So that's the That's the disadvantage. Uh, I hope I didn't miss anything, but and that all the important uh, parts of the natural key is covered. Thank you so much as always. Talk to you later.